Obviously, first, make sure I do this right. Uh, give Coach Eck his team a lot of credit. They had a good plan together, played hard. We knew that. They're a team that plays extremely hard. Very good football team that we played, uh, and I want to give them their due for the type of game that they played, the plan that they had put together against us. It was pretty good. It was I'm sorry, pretty good. It was very good on in all phases. Uh, on our end, too many mistakes made by me in different situational football. Uh, so that's a lot. Everything it comes. It's my responsibility within this team to make sure that we perform the way we need to perform. And there's a lot of things that we can look at. But again, to me, consistency. The consistency of our performance is not where it needs to be, and that gets to the head coach, right? Of 100%. That our consistency of how we perform, game after game, play, half after half, quarter after quarter, play after play, of the consistency of making sure that we're doing everything the right way at all times, comes down to me. And right now, we're not doing a good enough job of that. I give our players, a lot of credit for being down 21-0, and not blinking, coming right back, battling right back to get us back into that game. To where we need to be. I give Anthony a lot of credit. Anthony's had the flu, been quarantined and didn't practice yesterday. Came in yesterday morning with real bad flu symptoms. So we weren't sure if he was going to be able to play or not. Starting yesterday, I think it was, but it was just kind of like so up in the air. So we loaded him up and. And you give him because I think he's such an unbelievable competitor to come out and compete that way and have the type of game he had. Just kind of sitting in a room and getting IVs and fluids and other things up all day since yesterday morning. So I give him a lot of credit and. I'm going to have to make sure this week we're doing a better job. One of the things in this league, it's a tough league. There's good teams top to bottom. You don't have a lot of easy games. You're going to have to battle every single week. We know that. We see that. And I got to make sure we don't make the errors and the mistakes that we made that cost us that game today.
Coach, it just seems over the last few games that a lot of the scoring's come on big explosive plays. It's totaled over 500 yards over the past couple of games.
Yeah.
What is it that you like to see changed or adjusted
Well,
going
I think
forward?
we got to do a couple things. We got to make sure schematically we're in the right looks, that we're putting guys in the exact looks to prevent those things, and that I don't ask guys to do things that they can't do. I got to make sure. I think that we're being schemed, right? And so they're drawn up. We're not causing enough confusion on defense right now, and making things too easy on the offense. And that's me. I got to make sure we have the looks in that cause that confusions, to not just allow them to have explosive plays.
Coach, what's the disconnect between what's being taught and what's happening on the field on Saturdays?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think some of the stuff that comes with our guys, I don't think and get on me and make sure we're practicing that way, is variations, right? Hey, if both on offense and defense, right? Hey, if they line up this way, this is what we're going to do. Every week you're going to see some different looks, right? They ran some things today they have never run before in all three phases. So you're going to see different things, but it doesn't mean, you have your rules within the system that should align and take care of where you're going to be, and I don't think we're doing a good enough job of making those adjustments, kind of that quick processing on the field, if you were. Am I explaining that the right way or no? Does that make sense to you? Like, all of a sudden is just that we're not processing and adjusting to our base rules when we see little different things at times.
Hi, Coach. Calandria still threw for over 380 yards. So what did you see from him on how he handled pressure, especially with fighting his way back?
Yeah, I think he did a really good job of keeping us in that game, making plays. He got the ball out on time when he needed to, made some, some great throws, and made some Calandria plays where he ran around, kept guys alive, and kind of improvised and did some different things that way. I thought was fantastic, and we gotta do it. Make sure that, we have enough to do what he does really well. Keep him going. They were committed. They did a great job stopping the run. They were committed to stopping the run, and but you know what? We did a good job throwing the football down the field.
I was going to ask you that on the run, more of what they did today.
Yeah, I think they're a good, really good run defense. Of what they did. They were very committed to stopping the run. Had a good plan. Showed a couple different looks. And executed. There's gonna be a bunch of different things within the run game that we didn't execute as well as we should with our blocking up front. However, they were committed to stopping the run, and we were able to be pretty efficient throwing the football.
Coach, two real quick. First, when did you know for sure Anthony could play?
Yesterday you're hoping. You're with the trainers. It's not an injury. It's the flu. So it's like, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes to get him ready. Me probably right as the game was about to start, because it was going to be a decision I had to make whether he could go. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? And looking at him because he wasn't going to sit out. It wasn't the trainers weren't going to hold him out, and he wasn't going to sit out. So that was going to be, do I think it's helping or hurting the team having him out there with his, whether or not he's healthy or not. I think he woke up this morning feeling a lot better. I think I was kind of monitoring closely, letting him just kind of coming out for warm-ups. I'm like, give me a 1 to 10, and he gave me a 6. Knowing Ann, he's like, I'm a 10. I'm playing. At all costs, I'm playing. And I said, no, let's be mature about this. Give me where, on a 1 to 10, where do you feel? And he said about a 6. So, but again, it's not an injury or one of those things. It's just the flu in his that way.
In the other one, on the fourth down play, just after the 2-minute warning, looked like there was contact with the official. I guess, is that just bad luck? Is that depth of route? I guess, how do you?
Yeah, they came for it. He was going to that read right there. You design it that way. You could have maybe tried to hold the ball and get it just past the official to make the throw. But like it or not, that's where the official's going to be, and sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes I think their kid reached in and made a nice play, tipping the ball away anyway. So, football. Thank you. No, just me, so you get just me. So if you need more, yell. Okay. Oh.